The Great Northern Railway, Scotland, August 1884. You proposed to Lady Delphinia. His sister Clara gaped at him across a table covered with finely woven linen. Her fingers twitched, and for a moment he thought she'd pitch her dinner roll at his forehead. But the bone china, glittering crystal and gleaming silver, all of it cast in a brilliant blue-white light from the lucifer lamps affixed to the wood-panelled walls of the restaurant car, made her mind hard-won manners. Not to mention the upper-class passengers who shared the restaurant car as the steam train rattled and clacked its way at impressive speeds toward London, while steamboats rolled to and fro, attending the gastronomical whims of the wealthy. Why? Technically, he'd only spoken with the lady's father, who was even now giving Mr. Benjamin Leighton's offer all due consideration, which meant the man was conflicted. Did he follow the traditions of generations, or succumb to the temptations of allowing his daughter to marry a wealthy upstart entrepreneur? Ben rather suspected Lady Delphinia's modest dowry would tip the decision in his favour. For the usual reasons. He refused to admit that the idea of binding himself to a woman with no chin bothered him. She was sweet and kind, and the daughter of a gentleman. Certainly there were other women interested in his wealth, but of late, Ben had lost all interest in the pursuit. The ton was correct. Better not to engage one's heart in the matter of marriage. I require a wife. Of good breeding and societal standing. Clara's lips twisted as she parroted back words he'd spoken at the beginning of the London season. But Lady Delphinia is so very... Ben narrowed his eyes, warning her he'd not condone any disparaging comments. Meek. Clara settled on with a resigned sigh. You truly mean to go through with this? You've no need of the old ton and all their nonsense. Or a wife, for that matter. He lifted an eyebrow. His sister knew as well as he did that the fastest way into society's inner circles was through marriage. If he wanted to grow his business... We have enough. At least choose someone with a personality. Leaning on her elbows, with a glint in her eyes that told him her unrefined behaviour was quite deliberate, Clara lowered her voice. Whatever happened? You spent the entire season panting after Lady Alice Hemsworth, and now the two of you occupy the same train carriage, frostily pretending that the other is not present. Her words were a blast furnace. Heat shot through him, threatening imminent spontaneous combustion and welding every joint in place. He couldn't move.